All right, so we've got our new document here, and I just wanted to show you a few other things here about just navigating around the basic InDesign workspace. So we pointed out this is your actual page size. These are the margins. And this area outside that's white is called the pasteboard. It's a work area, and what you print here won't show up. What you put here won't show up, rather. So in Photoshop, it's kind of annoying. You never get to see the pasteboard, but in InDesign, you can see the pasteboard, which I think is a pretty groovy option. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our basic InDesign move of creating a text box. The text box is just what it sounds like. It's what you're going to put text into. Now the type tool is right over here, and it behaves differently than the Photoshop type tool. The Photoshop type tool, you just click on this, go out here, click, and start typing away. But it doesn't work that way in InDesign. So in InDesign, you need to go click on the T, and you need to click and drag a box. And don't worry about the size, you can always change that later. So with your box made, now you can, reposition this box. You've got, this is the select tool up here, which you'll be using a lot to pick something up and move it around. It's kind of a combination of selection and move tool from Photoshop. And you can also, you'll notice that this text box has what look like the free transform handles on it that we're so used to from Photoshop. And it behaves kind of similar, mostly for scaling or resizing. You can just click and drag on the handles. And just like in Photoshop, if you hold down Shift and drag, it'll constrain or maintain the proportions of the box as you scale it up and down. So that's your basic text box there. Not too exciting yet. All right, well, text box, guess what you can do? Once you've made a text box, now I can go grab the text tool or the type tool, go in here, click within the text box, and the trusty cursor shows up. And I'll type something here. And, there we go, word processing. Nothing too crazy there. You might have noticed that as we typed, it automatically adjusted to the size of the box. I didn't have to put a hard return in there, just like a word processor. And as I resize the box now, the text will expand or contract with the box. Now I did put sniff, I did do a hard return here for this, that's why it's not filling up this line here. But if I go back in with the text tool, double click, go here and delete, just like a word processor. Now it's all on the same line, and I can resize it. So that's the type tool and the basics of creating a text box. And we'll keep it really simple. So again, pat yourself on the back, you're getting the hang of InDesign.